Hello everyone! Again, you can watch a color combination test for a commission of 12 resin Druzy flower coasters, and I'm going to use green, pink and deep red together to see if they match. So I hope you will enjoy watching my video and hopefully you will give me a thumbs up for it. Yeah, a commission of 12. I already did one test before with some of these colors, and now I'm going to use different green, pink and red colors together. So I already started pouring a thin layer of resin into my silicone Druzy coaster mold, and I'm using the Art Pro resin from Resin Pro. It's a medium viscosity resin. I use it a lot because it's a great quality and not too expensive. So the link to their website is in the description below this video. And I also have a promo code for their website. If you use my code Petra, then you will get 10% discount. So in the center of the coaster I'm using a glitter. This is a really pretty glitter. It's from GlitterQueen in the color Pastel Pearly Old Pink. Only a little bit in the center. And I'm going to add different layers, thin layers of resin to create a nice depth. And hopefully I have two pretty sides so that it can be used on both sides. Adding a little bit more glitter. And the silicone mold I'm using, I made myself. And it has a really beautiful edge. And I'm so excited because soon this mold design with this pretty edge is available at Molds and Shapes. So I'm so pleased with that. But as soon as the molds are available, I will mention it, and I'm sure Molds and Shape will also mention it. But I'm so pleased that this mold will be available on their website. So the first color alcohol ink I used was Ranger Shell Pink, and this color is also a pink shade, but then a Pearl Enchanted, very nice with the pearl effect. So this is only the first layer. The third color I'm using is from Etter Art. It's a resin ink in the color Sangria. Very dark, deep red color. So what I mentioned, this is only the first layer. There will be a second layer and then I will add a smaller flower on top of this large flower. And that way I hope I can create a nice depth. On top of the sangria I'm adding 1 drop of the Pearl and Enchanted again. There you can see it. And hopefully that will also give me a nice effect on the other side of the coasters. More drops of the sangria. Yeah, and to create a nice flower you only need a thin layer of resin. But yeah, it's depending on a lot of factors to make a nice flower. It's not only the temperature of your resin, so the waiting time before you add the flower design, but also the working time of your resin. If you have a long working time, then you need to wait longer before you add the flower design. And what I mentioned, the room temperature. If you work in a cold room, then you have to wait longer. So it's depending on a lot of factors. adding more of the Pearl Enchanted. But also if you add the flower design, and in this case I'm using a white flower design, then it depends how much white paste you add into your resin. If you add too much, then you will get the white dots on the other side of the coaster. That can also be nice. But if you want to create the bloom effect, I mean that the white will spread to the outside so that the white line will get wider, then you don't want to add too much white paste. On top of the Pearl Enchanted, I'm adding a drop of the Shell Pink again. So it depends on a lot of factors to create a nice flower, but yeah, it's also to experiment with this technique. And if it doesn't look like the bloom that everyone is making, that doesn't matter, because what you create can also be nice. So we are 1 hour later. So I waited 1 hour and now I'm going to add the flower design. And my resin has a working time of 1.5 hours. So when I mixed the resin, part A and part B, I also mixed already this white color. So I think I waited 1 hour, about 1 hour, and now I'm adding that flower design. And I like to use the piping bags. There you can see it. Then I have much more control over the line, but you can also use a silicone pen or a dotting tool to add the lines. And this is another flower design. Now I'm going to make lines from the inside to the outside. There you can see it first, some shorter lines and then larger all the way to the outside. Because my client wanted to see different flower designs, so that's why I'm using two different techniques. And for these two coasters I'm going to make lines to create a nice flower petal. So all the supplies I use in this video you can find at the end of the video, but also in the description below this video with a link to the websites. So if you're curious, please check out the description box. You can also find all my promo codes in the description, because I also have a promo code for the glitter I used. The website of GlitterQueen is also in the description, and if you use my promo code Petra10, then you will get a 10% discount. Adding heat to spread the white lines, I added the white flower design. Yeah, I like to use my embossing tool for this, because the embossing tool doesn't get that hot as my heat gun. So that's why I'm using my embossing tool. So I'm almost done with the first layer. After 1 hour of drying, I will show you if they changed or not. So we are 1 hour later, and I wanted to show you how they look. These are the two coasters I made, the flower like, yeah, petals. I swirled the center, very pretty. And this one is another flower design. They look totally different, but I love those colors together. Very pretty. Some great effects. A little bit closer there. You can already see the pearl effect of the Arranger alcohol ink. Very nice. We are 24 hours later, and now I'm going to add the second layer. There you can see it. I'm using the same resin from Resin Pro. Again, a thin layer, not too thick. And for this layer I'm also going to use some green colors. I like to use contrasting colors between the two layers, because that way I can create hopefully a nice depth. Again, I use my embossing tool to remove air bubbles. But the first layer looks already very pretty, and I can already see that the white has spread a little bit. So the first color that I use is from Ranger. It's called Citrus. 4 drops. And I hoped it was a little bit more visible, but it isn't. And again the Pearl Enchanted, also 4 drops. So for this layer I waited until the resin was 30 degrees. And now I'm going to add circles. And as you can see, the green is a little bit brighter, because what I mentioned, it wasn't that visible, so I added another drop on top of it, and this color is called Pearl Sublime. And again I'm using a white paste that I'm testing, because you all know I want to add pigment paste to my just planed supplies. And so far I'm very pleased how this pigment paste works. It creates some really nice effects. And now I'm going to make hopefully a nice flower So first some lines from the inside to the outside. Not all the way to the Druzy edge, because I still want to see the first layer. And then lines from the outside to the inside to create that nice flower petal. And I swirl the center. I also want to mention that I have my own Facebook group, so if you already use my Just Paint supplies together with another brand, then please share it in my Facebook group. I'm very curious what you all create with my supplies. The link to my Facebook group is in the description below this video. And for the people that want to know where you can purchase my Just Paint supplies, the link to my Etsy shop is in the description below this video. I sell mica pigments, mirror glass, mica flakes, glitter flakes, and a lot more. So if you're interested, check out my Etsy shop. And also some of my supplies are available in the USA and Canada by my associate Evelyn Schaefer. The link to her Etsy shop is also in the description. And so far I think those colors look very well together. But yeah, you never know, during drying it can change a lot. So the flowers are done. Now I'm going to add heat again to spread the white flower design. I think it already looks very nice. Hopefully my client also likes these colors together. Because the first test that I did was also with the deep red color, but then with a brighter green color. I will include a link to that video in the right corner. But the client thought the green was a little bit too bright. So that's why I'm doing another test with another green color that's a little bit lighter. So hopefully she will like this color combination more than the first test I did. So I'm almost done with the second layer. I will let this dry and then I will take them out of the mold. So this is again a 1 hour later. I really love that pearl effect of the Ranger alcohol ink. On this layer I used two different colors with the pearl effect, the green and the pink. Very nice. So I'm already very pleased with this side of the coasters. So hopefully the other side is also pretty. But yeah, normally you would use these coasters on this side because of the two flowers I made. So I will let this dry for 24 hours and then I will take them out of the mold. We are 24 hours later and the resin is dry. Now I can take the coasters out of the mold. And I don't have a problem with that. Goes very easy. And I'm so pleased that this mold will be available on the website of Molds and Shapes. So keep an eye on their website. And if the mold is available, I will mention it for sure. But I'm so happy because I'm not an expert in making silicone molds. They are. Molds and Shapes do make great quality silicone molds. So now we can take a closer look. Then you can also see the difference in the flower design. So this is the first design. Very nice. The Druzy edge. And this is the other side. And if you see this effect in the white, that means that you add too much white paste. So I add too much white paste in the resin and that's why I have the white dots. But I think it's not disturbing. It looks nice. Also this one with the different flower design. Because if you add too much, the white paste will sink to the bottom and that's what you see now. But I don't think it looks ugly. So I'm very happy. So this is the end result. This is the side how I poured it with the two different flowers. I really love this side. You can also see the difference in flower design of the four coasters. I like those colors together. So if you add too much white paste, then you will get the effect of the white that you see now. Trying to show you the depth and the Druzy edge. I'm so pleased with that Druzy edge. I'm also working on a Druzy tray with this kind of edge. And I think it looks very natural, like real Druzy crystals. Yeah, very nice. I do like that pearl effect. And this is the other side. It looks totally different. No green on this side, but that doesn't matter. And I don't think the white looks that ugly. I think it looks nice. It's still spread, but you can see I added too much white paste. But if you like this effect, then it's okay. Now you can see the nice glitter that I added in the center. So let me know what you think of my Resin Druzy flower coasters, if you like both sides or just one or not at all, that's also possible. So the link to all the supplies I've used you can find in the description below this video. Don't forget my promo codes, I have a lot now. I wanna thank you all for watching again and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!